Yesterday I made a video about sacrificial crisis, what a sacrificial crisis is, and I explained that the Western world now is in a sacrificial crisis. One of my female subscribers, who is also anointed, and she makes videos on her channel, ladies, if you're a believer, go over there, she has good material. She pointed out that the sacrificial crisis that the Western world is in now is to is is like the 2008 financial crisis, in which the banks kept bailing each other out, but the crisis is not solved. But because there's too much credit, but without anything to back it up. Well, when you look at it carefully, that is what's going on. There is violence, there is energetic contention, a lot of it. And this loose, do whatever you will lifestyle that the Western world has been promoting is only increasing it. And this works out in psychological sickness, increase in borderline and narcissistic disorders. Because there is no collective outlet for the rage of the population, the rage builds up and will explode sooner or later. But what the pagan rulers of the world are doing now, because Christ destroyed the sacrificial system and because it has become ineffective for long-term relief, the pagan rulers of the world are delaying the escalation. They are delaying the explosion. That's what they're doing. They can't prevent it from happening, but they're delaying it and delaying it. That's why they're now using social media and mobile phones to distract the people. That's the relief they give the people now, that they can escape into their mobile phone, that they can escape into social media. Why are they doing that? To delay the escalation. The escalation will come. It may not come as a full-blown war where everyone begins to bite one another, literally. That's what people think will happen. Probably it won't happen that way, but the escalation, the big explosion will come. But it will be here and there, massacres here and there, genocides that will be covered up. And if it can't be covered up, the big rules of the world will point a scapegoat, an evil dictator or an evil politician, and take that evil politician out, and people feel at ease again. But the violence is still there. They're only delaying the explosion. That's what they're doing. That's why all this entertainment everywhere is a delay of the explosion. So it's a bubble of relief that the Western world is in now. And the fact that, the fact that the birth rate is low, that the population of the Western world is decreasing, I'm talking about native whites, the fact that their population is decreasing, the fact that many of their marriages are failing, that there are many broken homes. I'm not going to make predictions here, but I can see it coming that the violence is going to increase. Because the generations of now, when they're older and there are less young people to support the economy, they'll need more migrants. Then that means a loss of their culture, loss of their habits. It's already happening. There is already a right-wing hysteria going on in Europe and in many places in the Western world. It will only increase in the future. And here's the thing. People think that the right wing is an answer. It's not, because every right-wing group is different and all have their own agenda. They have a common enemy, the European Union, or the bankers now. But once the common enemy is gone, they'll go off at each other, both nationally and internationally. The explosion will come, but it may not come as a bang, as like one big incident, like happened in World War II. More likely, it will explode here and there, bang, 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 here and there. The only real security and safety against the explosion of that will come is when you overrule the violence of this world by faith. When you operate in righteous judgment, you will have zones of real peace, zones of real safety. That's the only option there is for real safety. That's why I agree with Christ and walk by faith. Cast out the spirit of violence. Agree with Christ. Be at peace.